Going live with Lori, and we're making history. Going live with Lori 'cause of COVID. Don't let it get you down, don't wanna see ya frown, 'cause we'll make it through. Together, she and you. Just you wait and see. Live with Lori.
Due to social distancing, Live with Lori is not filmed in front of a studio audience. And now, welcome to the internet, Lori Miss N.
Hello, and welcome to the 7th episode of Live with Lori. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. I hope you're finding some things that bring you joy during this pandemic. Some of the things that are bringing me joy are reading. Some things that I like to read are Michelle Obama's Becoming. And another thing that I like to read are fiction. And one of my favorite escape authors is Danielle Steel. I can usually predict all of the endings to Danielle Steel, and most of the plots are very unrealistic, but it is indeed an escape. So I hope you are finding some things that bring you joy during this pandemic. As you can see, I'm dressed in costume for today's episode because today's episode is a sing-along of The Sound of Music. I'd like to introduce my special guest dressed in their lederhosen, and let's have Andre, Taras, and Tatiana. Come on in. Beautiful lederhosen. Love your apron. And love your puppy. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
One of the most beloved musicals of all time, The Sound of Music. The Sound of Music occurs during that golden age of musicals. Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote so many musicals together, and this was the last musical that they wrote together. In fact, Sound of Music was at the end of the golden age of Broadway. First appeared on Broadway in 1959, won 5 Tony Awards, but most of us are familiar with the movie. So I have a little trivia for everyone today. Tatiana, I'm wondering if you know who was Maria in the first Broadway production?
Mary Martin.
Mary Martin is correct. Most of us remember Mary Martin as what character, Andre?
Peter
Pan.
Pan.
Yes, Peter Pan. In 1965, the film musical was starring who as Maria? Taras?
Mary Martin?
No. Yes, Andre?
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews, yes, Julie Andrews. And don't you think I look a little like Julie Andrews today? Well, I hope you're all dressed in your costume as well. So let's get on with our sing-along, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What are we starting with?
Our first song is The Sound of Music.
The hills fill my heart with the sound.
love that song. Well, I've got some trivia questions about the Sound of Music that you can answer, or Tatiana, Andre, or Tadas can answer. So here's my first question. What was the last name of Captain George? Was it Von Damme, Von Walden, Von Trapp, or Von Dettenweiler? Andre?
Von Trapp?
Von Trapp is correct.
Hey,
Very
Dettenweiler.
good.
Sounds kind of cool, though.
It does. So, who knows the answer to this question? The movie begins with Maria singing in the shower, the chapel, the plaza, or the hills?
The Hills.
The hills! Yes, the
alive.
hills are correct. Well, let's go to our second song. One of my favorites, Doe a Deer. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
and you sing, you begin with do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi. The first three notes just happen to be do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do,
A deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to
do.
a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to dough.
Awesome. Wonderful. I love that. And I was doing the soulfish hand signs. Did you see that? My favorite.
Oh.
So here's a couple more trivia questions. Questions. What does the captain use to summon his children? A horn, a bell, a trumpet, or a whistle? Anybody know? Ta-da.
A whistle.
A whistle is correct. That is right. Here's another trivia question. What gift do the children slip into Maria's pocket? Was it a snake, a spider, or a frog? Anybody know?
Was it a frog?
It was a frog. Great job. Great job.
Nice guess.
Awesome. Our next song is called Edelweiss. And I'm wondering if you know what is Edelweiss? What is Edelweiss? Anybody know what Edelweiss is?
It's a flower.
It's a flower. It's a flower. What color is the flower?
Is it yellow?
It
White.
isn't. It's white.
White?
It's a white flower. It's a white flower and growing in Austria.
You weren't prompted before this.
Here we go. One of my favorites, Edelweiss.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white
Wonderful. Thank you, Andre. That was just lovely. Just lovely. Well, I have a couple more trivia questions for you. The Sound of Music was set in what city? Cottage Grove, Venice, Berlin, or Salzburg? Anybody know?
I would say Salzburg.
Salzburg is correct. Awesome
Cottage
job.
Grove?
I guess was
Wasn't it the
Cottage
Salzburg
Not
competition,
Cottage Grove.
that singing competition
Yeah.
in Salzburg?
No, I don't know. I've never heard of that. So, next question. Which of the following is not one of Maria's favorite things? Is it warm woolen mittens, crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells, bright yellow flowers? Which one is not one of Maria's favorite things?
I should know that.
Is
Is it bright yellow flowers?
It is. It is bright yellow
Edelweiss is
flowers.
white.
Right. That was not one of her favorite things. Not. So, I want to ask you to help raise all 7 children. Baroness Schrader intends to rely on another governess, private tutors, boarding school, or getting money from their singing. Which one is it?
I can't remember that one.
That's a tricky one.
boarding schools?
It is boarding schools. She wants to send them all away. That's why he didn't pick her in the end, right? So, our next song is going to be My Favorite Things.
There it is.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzels and noodles, wild geese that fly and the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses and blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Awesome. Do you know what a schnitzel is? What is a schnitzel? I know that my students know what a schnitzel is. A schnitzel?
Somebody who tells on somebody else?
No, a schnitzel is a way of preparing meat, and it's usually a very thin piece of meat, such as chicken, and then it is breaded and fried, and then you call that schnitzel. Your dad used to like schnitzel.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
You were thinking snitcher.
Oh,
Snitcher.
Wow.
I think do we have one more song?
Two more, yeah.
songs. So our next song is called Climb Every Mountain. And my trivia question for you is, what character sang Climb Every Mountain? Was it Maria, Liesel, Mother Superior, or Rolf?
Not Ralph.
Anybody know?
Ralph would.
Rolf?
Mother Lake Superior.
Mother Superior is correct. Very, very good. Next trivia question. What animals are featured in the children's puppet show? Sheep, horses, cows, or goats? Anybody know?
Goats.
Goats.
I guess goats.
Yes.
Oh, it's right?
Yes, goats is right. Very good. They have their little puppets and strings on puppets. Awesome. So our next song for you is Climb Every Mountain. And I'll be the Mother Superior. I love the words to Climb Every Mountain, and I think they are so fitting for this time of year. And so let's all think about our graduating seniors as we're singing this song. Here we go. Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. A dream that you need, all the love you can give. Every day of your life, or as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Congratulations to all of our graduates. Closing today, we have one more song for you. And it's So Long Farewell. So Long Farewell. But before we do that, maybe I have just a couple more trivia questions for you. Here's one. Who blows the whistle on the Von Trapps when they are hiding in the cemetery at the Abbey? Is it one of the nuns, Rolf, or an unknown German soldier?
I thought it was Schnitzel.
An unknown German soldier?
No, you're thinking
No, it was Rolf.
Ralph!
Ralph.
Gosh, wow.
Terrible guy.
Let's see. Maybe I have
Yeah,
one
this is
more.
not Get together with Lisa.
One more here. The captain tells Maria he first fell in love with her when she fell in the lake, sang with the children, sat on a pine cone, or danced with him. When did he first fall in love with her?
I'm gonna guess danced with him.
I would
I
say
would-
But it
sang
might
with
be-
the kids.
Yeah, I would say sing with the children.
Because I think he danced with her after he told her that he fell.
Dang it.
Actually,
remember that.
you're all wrong.
What?
Pine cone.
Sat on a pine cone.
That was a trick question.
It kind of was a trick question. It was.
Wow.
So before we do our final song, I want to thank you for joining in with us. It has been a joy for these last 7 weeks. I especially would like to thank Ethan, our producer, and Tadas for all of your wonderful help.
Well, you are welcome.
I especially would like to thank Evan, our producer. So here is So Long Farewell.
adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.